Today I'm going to be tackling all of my remaining combat achievements for Oldschool Runescape's newest boss, Scurrius the Rat King. The first challenge is Sit Rat. I've got to kill Scurrius with a rat bone weapon in a private instance. This shouldn't be too hard, so let's send this one as a warm-up and see if we can get any of the other tasks at the same time. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'll be sending a couple of extra tasks, which might be a bit of a clue to what I'll be doing in my next video. Okay, so melee prayer up to protect against his tail whip attacks. I'm using the prayer piety and a divine super combat potion to boost my damage done and send in 2 Bando's Godsword special attacks to reduce his defense. I then equip my rat bone mace and keep paying attention for his special attacks. When he stomps, stuff falls from the sky. You can see where it's going to fall from the shadows on the ground. When you see the shadow on the ground, make sure you're not standing on it. Once you've done a little bit of damage to him, he'll move over here and start eating cheese to heal up. His little gremlin buddies on his back are going to cast spells and throw some stinky cheese at me. The geezer with the cheese needs to protect from range active, and obviously the lightning bolts and magical attacks, so protect from mage is required. Just keep damaging him and pay attention to the prayers required. This is a random chance, but he's spawned a bunch of regular rats now. These die in one hit, so let's see if I can one-tick them. Nah, that definitely wasn't it, so we get back on the boss. Melee back up for the tail whips and he's back on the cheese. You don't have to kill the little rats that spawn, but I was going for the combat achievement, so I tried my best. As you can see, I've left this one here. Keep paying attention to your prayers. When he gets super low, he goes to the middle and basically hits you with all 3 phases at once. That's all the prayers, the rats and the falling stuff. Just deal with that the best you can. That was a pretty speedy kill, I'm happy with that. I got the combat task I was after, so we'll send one more practice run just to familiarise myself. And I got a Scurrius spine. We can trade that in for some combat XP later with the guy outside, as I've already got the weapon. Scurius was added as a mid-game boss to boost combat XP, and these spine drops I think are a pretty cool way of doing it. We're going to head to the altar just outside to recharge our prayer and refresh ourselves quickly on the other tasks we've got to do. Next on the list is Perfect Scurrius. We need to use the correct prayer at all times and avoid all of the falling damage. I could get lucky and squeeze out efficient pest control, the other remaining tasks for me to tick off. For this task, I need to kill all of the little rat dudes that spawn very quickly. I think this means I need to click on a different rat every tick. For those unfamiliar with the RuneScape tick system, essentially the game only processes inputs every 0.6 seconds. Realising this and learning a little bit about it has made me see RuneScape as almost a rhythm game. I'm far from an expert, but even knowing the basics has helped me out loads. This is a very simple fight, but it's been so good for teaching me about all sorts of essential techniques. From prayer changing, movement patterns, tick timings. I'd have never had the confidence to tackle raids without killing this big rat dude a few hundred times. We're getting close to the end of the fight now. The last phase, where he throws all of his previous attacks at you at once, is the only phase I'm worried about messing up the achievement on. It can get pretty hectic. We've had the additional rat spawn at the end, so we're going to leave them till after the fight. Okay, and that's Scurrius down. I'm pretty sure that should be the task. Let's just give it a sec if it pops up. There we go. And I wonder if we kill these guys afterwards, are we going to get the efficient task? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be it. Come on, please. No? No. Ah, yeah, there we go. Lovely, that's what we like to see. That is my first green combat achievements log. Really happy with that. With Scurrius out the way, I've decided to chip away at the rest of the easy combat achievements. There are some easy combat tasks for non-boss monsters, so we should be able to smash those out pretty quick. First task here is to kill a worm, and then once that's dead, steal all the loot from the guy who was here before me. The next task is to kill a hill giant, moss giant and fire giant in the dungeon in Zaya. So I headed here and got that done without a hitch. And I didn't even need to kill a fire giant because it looks like I've already done that. The next task is to kill a greater demon with a demon bane weapon. I initially went to the chasm of fire for this, but as this handsome gentleman reminded me, you have to be on a slayer task. Armed with my trusty dark light, I smashed it over to the Brimhaven dungeon and killed him pretty easily. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you've got any suggestions about what I should tackle next time, let me know in the comments section below.